Hi again, hi sixth graders. This time we are going to talk about human impact on the environment, how we are changing the environment with different actions. We do it with food production. Remember the primary sector, agriculture, livestock farming, forestry, fishing. This has to do with food production, access to water and building wells or reservoirs, transport with airports and railways and roads. We are changing the environment also with the extraction of raw materials. I want you to think of potazas in Navarra. Many places are different, look different. And also shelter with houses, hotels, and everything. And so this is a very clear. We're changing the environment, and we not always do it in the right way. The right way would be this sustainable development. This would be when we meet our needs, the things we need, without destroying the environment. This is difficult. Then for this to happen, what we have to do is we have to respect the environment, save energy, save water, reduce contamination, use renewable sources of energy. These are actions that are interesting for taking care of the environment. Now we are going to do a table in which I have tried to summarize the most important ideas of this unit. Okay, so I started with pollution, and then I decided to put it in this way because I find it easier to understand. So in the first column you have what it is, consequences, solution that comes from the environment, and the solution that could come from individuals. And pollution, for example, what it is accumulation of rubbish in the air, soil, and water. And I'd like you to write an example of rubbish in the air in your notebook. For example, extra carbon dioxide, smoke. In the soil, for example, insecticides. And in water, again, we have plastics and many other things that are polluting. The consequences of this pollution is that the temperature of the planet is increasing. We have global warming, and this will appear later. And how we can control this? The governments are always writing new laws to control waste, or they think of purification systems, this kind of thing. And then how can we help this problem by saving water, energy, recycling, and even be taking care of, the things we so reuse the things, recycle things, not wasting things. This is the idea. A big second problem is deforestation. That has to do with forests disappearing because of fire, cutting trees, and the consequences is that the soil is not protected, so it erodes, and this could take to even desertification. Animals living here are endangered because they lose their homes and their food. So the government could help by protecting these areas with some laws, or forests. They have people working on forests and taking care of them, and of course be taking care of fauna and flora, and this all helped by laws that governments think of. Solution from us individuals. Okay, we should respect nature when we visit there, follow very well all the rules, and even help plant trees, So overexploitation and endangered species is very connected because we sometimes use too much, okay, more than we need, okay? So many things are in danger of extinction because the other two things, sorry about these three, but it's about the pollution, deforestation, and desertification are connected. This is why these three. So what happens here? Many species are lost and biodiversity is threatened. So we lose lots of living things that are very interesting and rich. The solution, laws again to protect things, hunting laws, fishing laws, and many other, like, for example, big boats cannot fish here or there. They have a special place to fish, or there are solutions that could come from the government in form of laws. And individuals, of course, no hunting, no fishing, no cutting trees, taking care of animals and plants, etc. And to finish with, we have to me, the trickiest, the most complex, okay, of these consequences. The climate change is really a consequence of all these ways we are threatening nature. And global warming is not exactly the same, but I put it in the same box because they are really connected, okay? So this is about temperature rising because we are producing too much carbon dioxide. You know that this is the gas that protects us and gives us heat. And there are also other changes in climate, for example, precipitation, wind change. So this is producing like a lot of problems in weather in different places, okay? So greenhouse gases are this carbon dioxide and too much dirt in the atmosphere, and this could take to droughts, and this has to do with no enough rain for soil to be fertile and to keep planting. Or, for example, another one, flooding, so too much water going out of rivers. This happens many times in the Mediterranean coast, for example, because they have these sharp changes in climate, in temperature, and in rain. For example, ice caps melting, and so the sea level rising, so tsunamis and other terrible consequences, okay? And then all the previews, all these laws can protect and help this idea, no? And also similar with we individuals, okay? So this would be the most important ideas. So we know more or less where we are in this unit. And then we have the last part that is a very nice, interesting idea about national parks in Spain. So I'd like you to choose one of these national parks you have here, have a look at all of them, and choose one you would like to visit, okay? And then in the future we will do something interesting with that story, but not this week. This is for next week. I'd like you to have a look now so you can start thinking where you would like to go and visit. Have a nice week. Goodbye.